Enjoy 1% merchant commission when you accept Lanka Pay cards. Contact these banks today.
Welcome to Times Online. Today we are in a very unusual setting, 2,200 miles away from Colombo, and we are now in Dhaka, the capital city of Bangladesh. We have here with us Mr. Gamini Sarath, Country Director of Lakdhanavi Ltd in Bangladesh. Welcome, Mr. Sarath.
Thank you, Gurtu, and we also warmly welcome you and your team to Bangladesh and our corporate office and our power plants.
To start off with, Mr. Sarath, how did Lakdhanavi come to be in Bangladesh?
So we came to Bangladesh in 2011 as an EPC contractor to set up thermal power plants for Bangladesh independent power producer companies. We did two 100 megawatt each power plant contracts, so we did it in record time, that two power plants. Then we got some experience about the country, the situation and the power industry in Bangladesh. Then we developed that interest to come in here as a power plant operator. By that time, Bangladesh power sector also started growing. When we were coming here, that time 2011, Bangladesh installed capacity was around 6,000 megawatts. They had, according to their master plan, they floated international tenders for and invited these foreign investors to come and operate, invest in power plant in Bangladesh. So we participated international tenders floated by Bangladesh Power Development Board. In 2012, we could secure two tenders to set up power plants, 52.2 megawatt each, one at Northern Bengal place called NATO, other one Dhaka Chittagong Highway, that's place called Komila. That was our start after EPC, our own investment. So we invested as equity investor and we invited Sri Lankan venture capital company called Lanka Ventures by that time. So they also invested with us in these two power plants. By that time, when we get tender awarded in 2013, so it was a difficult period for us. Bangladesh election was coming that year, but we have signed the power purchase agreement. We implemented this project on time. That was the success of Lakdhanavi, not only in Bangladesh, many places that we set up our companies. Our project implementation was on time. We could manage our project within the budget and keep the quality, whatever standard required. So that was a success.
Mr. Sarath, since that successful start, how has your operations been during the last 10 years?
After these two projects, we got another tender that floated in 2016. That is for 114 megawatt power plant. Did that power plant also within that whatever implementation period prescribed by the Bangladesh Power Development Board. That also a success story. Whether we face many operational difficulties on the ground level, we could resolve. So we got a lot of support from the Bangladesh Power Development Board, respective line ministries, banking institutions, other regulators. So we keep a very good relationship with all the stakeholders. So our stakeholder management also up to the expected level. That was the, I think, main success. We could manage our stakeholders well.
The profitability of the company, if you could explain about it.
The profitability, of course, these power plants, the period of the power purchase agreements, 15 years. When we set up this kind of power plants, we have our own financial modeling. So we know our tariff structure for the 15 years. With that tariff structure, we have to manage our operational costs and other fixed costs, financial management and all these things. It is very important to manage this power plant optimal level, the operational costs, financial costs and everything. We could manage whatever estimated cost and profit structures as it is there were differences some certain years. We could manage as per our estimated profitability.
You're in a different country, and I'm sure that you would have faced your own set of challenges in implementing these projects. Since then, what are the challenges that you have encountered along the way?
To get this our staff, that whoever we recruit to manage our power plant, to train them to match with our operational cultures. So that is one challenge. We were very successful in managing that. Now, for example, we run 3 power plants. We have only 2 managerial staff from Sri Lanka. We have staff around 225. So all other staff, Bangladeshi staff, we have trained them that, to suit our operational culture. They have also adapted, so we are managing well. I will tell you on top of that, on these 3 power plants, we were successful securing few more EPC contract to set up power plant for other IPP operators in Bangladesh. Almost that we have contributed nearly 1000 megawatts of power plants in Bangladesh. Out of that, we own 228 megawatt power plants.
Mr. Sarath, what is the power industry like in Bangladesh?
Fastest growing industry in Bangladesh was power. When we came here in 2011, installed capacity was around 6,000 megawatt. By now, Bangladesh has installed capacity around 25,000 megawatt. You can see how the growth of this sector. Bangladesh government considers this power sector as most important sector in all the other infrastructure sectors. So we are happy to contribute to that development in a small way, yes, as Sri Lankan company.
With these mega projects, you would obviously be having some strategic partners as well. Is it possible for you to explain about that?
Strategic partner for these all 3 projects are the Lanka Venture, Sri Lankan company. So our first project, of course, we got Bangladeshi partner also initially. So that was very helpful for us to understand Bangladesh culture, operation culture, and that partner could able to introduce ourselves to all these respective stakeholders, especially the line ministries, banking system, and other regulatory bodies. So that was also successful. The future. So when we expand our sectors out of power sector or the plan to invest in renewable energy sector, by that time I think we need to get some strategic partners from Bangladesh as well as outside Bangladesh.
You provided the setting for my next question. What are your expansion plans?
We have entered with this thermal power sector. Now Bangladesh, if you see the composition of power generation, thermal has a bigger contribution. Now world is going out of thermal due to environmental and other issues. Now we are more on this renewable. We plan to enter into the renewable, especially solar and wind in Bangladesh. Our group also now focus is more on renewable energy and introduce latest technology to our project and get this maximum output in our operation.
Mr. Sarath, for your expansion plans, you would obviously need investment.
Yes.
So how are you going to fund this? Are you going for a public listing?
Very good question you asked. Initially, that our investment came from Sri Lanka. Now, since our companies are known to Bangladesh banking system and investment community, we will be able to raise funds locally. As you said, that we have planned for introduce one of our companies to the stock market at correct time. So when we have our next project, our plan is to list our company, one of our subsidiaries, raise investment locally, and we get local public, Bangladesh public, to also to be with us, our partner. That's our plan.
When do you think this will be? What is the timeline?
Timeline will be once we get awarded another project. That will be the timing. We are ready with all necessary documentation or whatever, financial modeling and all. So when time comes, it will happen probably 2024 or 25. Yes.
As an investment destination, Mr. Sarath, how is Bangladesh? How do you rate Bangladesh?
For example, now LTL Holdings and Lakdhanavi Ltd, our group, we have operations in South Asia and the African region, East Africa. So our largest investment in Bangladesh. So our total investment, our equity and debt around 200 million. So our group largest investment in Bangladesh. So Bangladesh has a lot of potential, not only power sector, even other sectors. Now we have planned for diversification rather than power. So we explore the possibilities, suitable sectors to get our activities diversified. Our next leap forward will be the diversification, our investment in Bangladesh.
Extremely interested in what these diversification sectors would.
Yeah, we see agriculture sector, we see leisure sector, animal husbandry, that what you call animal feed. That there's a lot of fish culture here, fishing industry, and poultry. So we plan to enter into that area also. We are working. Hopefully in 2024, we will enter into different sectors also here.
We wish you all the very best in all your honors in the future, Mr. Sarath, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Dutu, and I appreciate that you came from Colombo with all much difficulties to meet us. We are very appreciative, you and your team, to be here with us in Bangladesh.